Hey everybody, it's Zuri here and welcome to my channel. Today, as you can tell from the title, we are going to be making a cat bed. And this tutorial is super easy, super quick, and best of all, it's cat approved. So let's go ahead and get crafting. In case you guys didn't believe me about it being cat approved, as you can see, Zuri is loving it. As usual, let's start by reviewing our materials. First, you'll be needing a 1/2 yard to 1 yard of a main fleece fabric, then a 1/2 yard of a different colored fleece fabric, felt to use as eyes, tubular ribbon to use as whiskers, and then polyester fiber felt to stuff it, scissors, chalk or a marker, glue gun and hot glue, a sewing machine, or if you're doing it by hand, needle and thread, and then a cat to enjoy your hard work. So now what you're first going to do is fold your fabric in half, and then move your cat out of the way. And then you're gonna draw out the shape of a cat head, which is pretty much an oval and then with 2 triangles at top for the ears. For my bed, just as a reference, the tallest part of it, including the cat ears, is about 23.25 inches. And then once you have a shape, pick which side that you like best because you just drew a rough shape for a cat head, and then fold it in half again. And then you're gonna cut based on what you drew. Pretty much like how in the 1st grade or kindergarten, how we learn how to cut out hearts out of construction paper by drawing half of it and then cutting out it on construction paper. You guys know what I mean. And then now go ahead and take your secondary fleece fabric. I am using pink for this. And then you're gonna draw out another roughly shaped oval. Pick whichever side that you like best and fold in half again and cut that out. And then also take some fabric and cut out a small triangle to use as the nose. You could also do this out of felt too if you would like. And that's the tubular ribbon I was talking about that she is having a ball playing with. Now I'm just pinning down the edges so that I can sew down the edges. Make sure that you keep an opening near the bottom, which is what I just drew. So once you have that sewn, whether by hand or with a sewing machine, take out your pins and then flip it inside out. Which really you're flipping the right side out, but again, you guys know what I mean. And then pin down your oval of your secondary fleece fabric, and then you're going to do a top stitch on the top of that, but again leave an opening at the bottom so you can stuff it. And now I'm just using some felt to cut out some eyes and then figuring out the placement on where I want them for the cat bed, and I'm hot gluing it all down. And now take your stuffing and you're going to stuff the middle of the cat bed, and just the middle right now. And then once you have it stuck to your heart's content, you're going to sew up that bottom. Now I'm going to go ahead and make the whiskers. Taking that tubular ribbon that I was referencing earlier, I am just cutting out 4 pieces and then I'm hot gluing them on. Because it is more of a netting or a mesh ribbon, I am taking my scissors and I am pressing down the hot glued pieces or ends to the cat bed, just to make sure that you're being safe and not burning yourself. And then I'm just trimming it a little bit. And then now we're going to stuff the edges of the cat bed, which is why it was very important to make sure that you leave an opening at the bottom, because as you can see, I had to create an even bigger opening than what I made. And I also had to make openings around the bed to stuff it fully. So you may have to do that, which is totally fine though, because we could just sew them up. And I'm also using a ruler to help me with stuffing and pushing the stuffing to those hard to reach places. And there was another hole I had to make at the top of it. So it's definitely okay if you have to make multiple holes around the bed in order to really stuff it fully. It's more important that the whole edge of the bed is nice and stuffed a lot, so that it gives a nice shape to the bed. And then I'm just pinning down the edges of where I have to sew, and then I'm stuffing the final part near the bottom. And then once you have it all completely stuffed, then you're gonna sew everything shut, whether it's by hand or with a sewing machine. Just make sure it's sewed shut. Okay guys, now that the bed is done, I think Zuri approves. Hey Zuri!